Today, I need to share with you something very important that's happening in the market right now. I will reveal a major manipulation that is going to have an effect moving into the next year, guys. So we are going to talk about what to expect for Bitcoin, for crypto in general, for metals, everything else moving into 2026, and also how I am personally dealing with this and how I am going to take full advantage of what's to come. And we will also talk a bit about what this year actually brought us, the expectations we had, were they fulfilled, and much more. So make sure to stick around, guys, from the beginning until the end of this video. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So let's get straight into it, guys. And what I said yesterday, remember, we were trading above this point here, this orange line, and once again I said, guys, this is a situation which we have seen previously where we're trading during the day above this orange line, but then ultimately the bears push us down and we close below the orange line. And in fact, right now we are right on it, right under it, I should say, trying to break it towards the upside. But yeah, Bitcoin still looking pretty weak on the short term, so that has not changed at all. If you want to see some kind of positive with this price action right here, it would be that at least you have this low right here, you have this low, and these lows are at least higher than these previous lows. But that's a very small thing. I do think that, yeah, Bitcoin is looking weak right now, but I do believe that moving into 2026, Bitcoin is going to catch up to the rest of the markets and Bitcoin is going to go up to higher prices. So that's what I believe. We will see if that's going to be the case. That is something that I've been saying for multiple years, that 2026 is going to be the peak for Bitcoin for the cycle, and we will see if that's going to be the case. It's the moment of truth, guys. We're going to find out next year. Also, if you see Ethereum here, you can, yeah, I mean, it's still also below this orange line here, having massive trouble breaking through this towards the upside. So if you look at Solana, same thing here, forming a bottom. If you look at, and this is very interesting. So you have the total crypto market cap, excluding Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stable coins here. And this goes to show how weak this year really has been. Because if you look at 2025, you can see that the total crypto market cap, excluding Bitcoin, Ethereum, stablecoins, is actually down 25%. So if you went into this year just buying at the beginning of the year here, you're sitting at pretty significant losses. And also, let us look at specifically altcoins outside of the top 10. They have also been doing very, very bad here. So if you look at the beginning of 2025, we go into the market right here. So altcoins outside of the top 10, they have been going down by 48%, 47% almost. So this also shows us that when I've been saying, be careful with altcoins, most altcoins are going to go down and bleed down to zero. This is what I've been talking about. Because Bitcoin has been doing better, Ethereum, Solana, yes, specific altcoins have been doing good. But if you're just holding different small altcoins without a plan and without a good narrative, without a good catalyst for how you are going to see the pumps and then take those gains and walk away, then you have been suffering here. So with smaller altcoins, I'm going to continue to say, be careful. Even in 2026, most altcoins are going to continue to trend down and go down significantly. But specific altcoins and Bitcoin in particular, I think are going to do good. So let us continue here. And this is the ratio of the total market cap. So this is essentially the Bitcoin dominance compared to the rest of the market. And same thing here. If you look at the beginning of 2025, so Bitcoin has been outperforming the rest of the altcoin market, excluding Ethereum and stablecoins, by 30%. So even though Bitcoin has also been going down, altcoins really have been absolutely crushed here. And if you look at the equity market, we are having 3 red days here in a row. So the rally that we saw here, the Santa rally, has it taken a bit of a breather here before it's going to continue towards the beginning of January, or is this it and then we're going to continue to trend down? Let's have a look at this, guys, when the markets opens up after the holidays. And also, more importantly, the metals rally seems to also be taking a breather. So gold, you can see, has been going down by 6.25%, and it's not able to really find a bottom here. It's trying to find a bottom here, but this looks like it potentially could have another drop down. However, keep in mind that we saw this for gold right here as well. In fact, gold did go down by 11% here in October as well. And gold went down, and then it saw a massive rally towards the upside and made a new all-time high. So that's it for gold. I want to talk also about the rest of the metal market. You can see that silver also had a pullback. Silver is down 16% from the peak. You can see that other metals that are like altcoins to gold, palladium is down 25%, platinum is down, and this looks like it's like in a free fall. This is like altcoins to Bitcoin really. But I want to zoom in here, and I want to focus more in particular on silver, because there's something significant that happened here in April of 2011, which I need to share with you. This is huge. So let me share with you why this is significant. First, a small update on the trading strategies. You can see that my trading strategies are still doing good. I mean, for every day that goes by, they are making more and more gains on the grid profit side. And then once we see a recovery that I think is going to happen in 2026, and I've talked about the reasons why multiple times. I will go over some of the reasons as well here moving forward. But yeah, so my altcoin strategies are doing okay, but Bitcoin here I think is going to do really, really good in 2026. And if you look at the bonuses available right now on Pionex, sign up to Pionex if you want to use my trading strategies, claim the bonuses. Current bonuses are up to 1,000 depending on the size of your first deposit here. So within 3 days of signing up, so make sure to take advantage of that. And then if you want to use my specific strategies, you have them right here. And also the trading competition, if you want to set up your own trading strategy and show that you are the best strategy trader in the community. Right now, we do have the prices right here. And we do have top 10 consisting of Tobias is the new leader here, being in a Zcash short actually. BP 111 having a Solana long with 100x leverage though, guys, be careful with this, but 75% profit here. And then we have Mindcracker, who has been a consistent contender in the top 3. He's in a Zcash long, so some nice timings here. So this guy probably timing a good long entry, this guy timing a good short entry here with Tobias and Mindcracker. You have Niche Paradise being still in the night USDD, the night long, I should say, 50%. And you have a Solana short, you have a Tau short, OB Justin being in a nice Bitcoin position here as well. For the second page, you do have NetDrago, you do have Paul M, and you do have this wallet of mine who is also still trading silver here. So yes, this is the top 20, but the top 3, Tobias, BP 111, Mindcracker. So if you want to join this, sign up to Pionex just like I showed you, and then you click on join here on the competition link to join the competition and yeah, be a contender for the #1 position here and get some nice prizes. Also, if you want to do manual trading, you can do it on Pionex, but also on Tapit, which allows even more countries to sign up. Tapit, one of my favorite exchanges, so make sure to go down to the Tapit link, and then you have the nice deposit bonuses here as well, so make sure to check that out. Now, just like I said, there was something significant that happened here in 2011. Let me show you, because this is right now happening, the massive manipulation. So CME, they just raised the margin required for silver, gold, platinum, and palladium. Now, why is this significant? Well, let's say you are in a long position for silver, and then the margin required was 10K. Now they are increasing it, so you need to put up much more money. Well, if you don't have that money, then you're going to close your long position, which is going to add selling pressure. So this is the manipulation that is happening right now. And this is the second time that they are hiking it. They already raised it previously during this week once, and now they are raising it again. So this is absolutely absurd. So the last time the CME was in an emergency mode like this on silver, margins were hiked from 4% to 15%, and open interest was 250,000 in open interest. So now they are raising it even more, and the volatility isn't even half the all-time high. So they don't control the market anymore. It can only slow down the inevitable repricing. Why is this happening, guys? It means that people want to take physical delivery of silver. They want to take physical delivery of silver. It is just a massive squeeze. You can see that in China as well. They are doing export controls. So there's not enough demand. Like the price is just skyrocketing right now because people are fed up with the old financial system, with the fiat system. So they are doing this. And just like I said, the last time they hiked the margin requirements, it was actually right here in May of 2011. And look at what happened with silver after that. This is on the weekly time frame. Silver went down significantly. In fact, let us have a look here. It went down by 78%. So they were actually able to manipulate the price here towards the downside by increasing the margin requirements. So the question is, are they going to be able to do that right now? I think that there is a case to be made here that they will not be able to do that, and I will share with you why and how this ties into crypto and Bitcoin. So this guy says, the system is breaking down in real time. I have never seen the CME raise margins on a major commodity by 30% overnight. This is the second time in a single week. So silver maintenance margins hiked from 25K to 32K, 30% increase. They are forcing liquidation here. They know the hedge funds and retail traders run on leverage. By jacking up the capital requirements by 7,500 per contract overnight, they are forcing the longs to sell their positions just to stay solvent. This is designed to kill upward momentum. It's a manufactured sell-off. With physical silver trading at 95.05 in Dubai, which is the real price where you can actually get physical silver right now in Dubai, versus the suppressed paper price on COMEX. So what is paper price? It's essentially silver that is being traded on contracts, so futures positions, but you don't actually get to take physical delivery of the actual silver. The banks are facing a margin call that would bankrupt them instantly. The exchange is stepping in to save the house. They're making it impossibly expensive for you to hold long contracts, effectively bailing out the naked shorts. This is the exact same playbook they used against the Hunt brothers in 1980. I don't know about this, but when the Hunt brothers cornered the market, the COMEX implemented Silver Rule 7, changing the rules mid-game to liquidation only and hiking margins to the moon. It broke the price then, they're trying to break it now. This signals extreme distress at the clearinghouse level. If the market was healthy, they wouldn't need to suffocate it. If you're trading paper, you're fighting a rigged casino that can change the rules whenever the house starts losing. But I've called this guy says, I've called every major top and bottom for over 10 years. Not sure about that. So yeah, the overall thesis here remains valid, that there's not enough, there's a huge demand for physical metals, silver, gold in particular. And yeah, there's a lot of people making a lot of money with long positions right now, and they're suppressing the price by adding the margin requirements here, by hiking the margin requirements. So this is very important. How does this tie into Bitcoin? Well, the CME has increased margin requirements for metals for the second time in 3 days. This is yet another reason why the world needs a decentralized store of value like Bitcoin. And more people are going to start to realize this. And I believe that Bitcoin is going to catch up to the rest of the markets in 2026. I still also believe that gold is going to continue towards the upside 2026. In fact, let us look at this right now. So Bitcoin is at 88,346. This is the last video in my time zone that I will make this year. I believe that even though we are going to have volatility towards the up and towards the downside, we could come down and make a new low here. But in 2026, I believe that we're going to make a new all-time high. And I also, on a high probability, believe that we're going to close 2026, exactly 1 year from now, 365 days, at a higher price than where we are at right now. I think significantly higher. At the very least, we're going to be above 100K, maybe 125, having put in a new all-time high throughout the middle of the year maybe, or towards the end of the year, a new all-time high. And then maybe we're having a little bit of a pullback towards the end of next year. So we will see. I'll get back to this video, guys. It will be fun to see in, the last day of December of 2026, if that's going to be the case or not. So as always, guys, I'm keeping everything transparent. And also for my trading strategies, I will keep these open, of course. And I will get back to these ones. They're going to say like 600 and... so this Solana strategy is going to say like 600 and, 80 days or whatever. Sorry, 600 and, yeah, 680 days, more or less. These strategies are still going to be open at that point, unless something crazy happens. These strategies are going to be open. I do believe that the profits back then, or in 1 year from now, and we will get back to this video. We will see if the profits are going to be significantly higher or not. So I'm keeping everything accountable. I'm always, guys, keeping everything transparent, showing everything I'm doing, documenting everything in the document here as well. This document will also, of course, be available as always, and I will keep it updated for the results here. But yeah, that's what I'm expecting. A good year 2026, and there's reason to be optimistic. So you have the tax loss selling, which is over right now, moving into the year. Long-term holders, they are done selling. Exchange outflows are increasing. General risk rally with the interest rates continuously going down also throughout this year, probably 2026. Fresh funds. Yeah, you have a lot of things to be optimistic about. And also, if you look at money market funds, there's $2.25 trillion that is currently earning about 3.57% right now in money market funds. This is retail money. And when the interest rate goes down, the yields are going to go down. They're going to look for other opportunities in the market. And Bitcoin is probably going to be one of the bigger ones. So I think that a lot of the money from the money market funds are going to go down into the Bitcoin price, or going to be absorbed by Bitcoin, I should say. Also, like I've showed you, whenever the Fed stops reducing the balance sheet, usually they do start printing immediately, and we're starting to see a little bit of that printing already happening. I'm optimistic, guys. I hope that you're going to get an amazing last day of the year, or an amazing beginning, start of the next year. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.